So, you're diving into Microsoft's Business Central and maybe feeling a bit overwhelmed. Hey, don't worry about it. Today, we're going to break it all down and give you a super clear, straightforward guide for your very first day. We've set this up to walk you right through what a typical first day looks like so you can get comfortable fast. We'll kick things off with just logging in, then we'll check out your command center, the main dashboard. After that, we'll get into the nitty-gritty of working with data, show you how to use it on the go with the mobile app, and wrap up by showing you how to make the whole thing your own. So you ready to jump in? Awesome. By the time we're done here, you are going to feel totally in control from the second you log in. All right, first things first. Getting into the system is really simple, but there's one little detail you need to know about signing out versus just closing the window. And trust me, it's pretty key for security. Getting in is actually super straightforward. Your system supplier, they're going to give you a unique URL. All you got to do is pop that into your browser, type in the login info they gave you, and bam, you're in. Okay, now here is a really critical security tip. If you just hit the sign out button, your browser might actually remember you and log you right back in next time. For real security, especially if you're on a shared computer, you have to close the browser window completely. That's the only way to force a full re-login, where it asks for your access code every single time. Once you're in, you land on what's called the Role Center. Think of this as your home base. And the cool thing is, it's specifically designed for your job. And don't just think of this as some static welcome page. It's so much more than that. It really is your mission control for the day. It's a dynamic dashboard that pulls all the most important info and tasks right to your fingertips, so you're not wasting time hunting for things. So let's do a quick tour of this dashboard, because every piece is built for speed. Up top in the application bar, you've got this amazing search feature called Tell Me. On the side, your navigation menu has all your key links. The headline right at the top gives you that bird's eye view of your business data. Actions are basically shortcuts for your most common tasks. And the activity queues, those are live tiles showing you stuff like open orders or things waiting for your approval. Okay, so you know your way around the dashboard. Now let's get into the real core of your work, how you're going to find, view, and actually interact with all your business data. In Business Central, you're mostly going to see two types of views. The easiest way to think about it is this. The list view is like your spreadsheet, perfect for seeing a ton of items all at once. But when you need to know everything about one of those items, you open its card view, which is kind of like pulling out a specific file folder full of details. And don't sleep on the list view, it's way more powerful than it looks. You can do all sorts of things, like perform actions on items you select, sort columns just by clicking the header, and even get extra related info from the fact box on the side. You can also switch up the layout to tiles if you're more of a visual person. And jumping from that big picture list view to the nitty-gritty details, it's literally just one click. You just pick any item in a list, click on it, and it'll open up its dedicated card view. This is where you'll do the detailed stuff, like changing a customer's address or checking an item's stock levels. The card view is really smart about keeping things from getting cluttered. All the information is neatly organized into these collapsible tabs. The most important details are what they call promoted, which just means they always stay visible, even if you collapse the tab they're in. Oh, and to stop you from making accidental changes, you can easily toggle between editing and a read-only mode. Super handy. Let's be real. Your work doesn't just stop when you step away from your desk. And the good news is, Business Central is built to come right along with you. Now, you could technically use the web browser on your phone to log in, but it's just a squished, frustrating mess. The dedicated app, though, it's a total game changer. It gives you this clean, touch-friendly interface that's actually designed for getting work done on a small screen. It's a no-brainer. Okay, so let's see this in action. Picture this. A customer calls you to add something to their order, but you're out of the office. No problem. You just whip out your phone, open the app, find their sales order, tap to edit, add the new item and the quantity, and that's it. You're done. So in just a handful of seconds, you've made a really important change while you're on the go. And here's the magic part. That order is now updated across the entire system for everyone. This right here, this is the power of real-time sync. The second you get back to your desk and hit refresh, that item you just added on your phone is already there. No delays, no second guessing. Everybody has the most up-to-date information instantly. It's brilliant. All right, for our last section, let's talk about making the interface work for you. Business Central is super customizable, so you can really tailor it to fit your personal workflow perfectly. Let's start with a couple of quick wins that make a huge difference. You know how a column might be too narrow to read everything? Just drag the edge or double-click the header to resize it, exactly like you do in Excel. And if there's a page you use all the time, just search for it, click the little bookmark icon, and it'll pop right onto your main navigation menu for one-click access. But you can go way beyond just those little tweaks. For the ultimate control, you can actually create brand new user profiles. This is amazing for setting up a simplified view for a new team member, or maybe a really focused workspace for a specific project. And you know what? It's so much easier than it sounds. You just find a complex profile that already exists, say one for a sales order processor, copy it, give it a new name for a junior role, and then just go in and hide all the complicated menus and buttons they don't need. In a matter of minutes, you've built a super streamlined, focused workspace for them. So what you end up with is a much, much cleaner interface. By just getting rid of one navigation group and a few actions, you've cut down on the clutter, made their job simpler, and seriously lowered the chance of them making a mistake, all without having to call in a developer. And there you have it. From logging in securely and getting the hang of your role center, to working with your data on your computer and on your phone, and finally to personalizing the whole experience. You now have all the foundational skills you need to command your new digital workspace. So the only question left is, what are you going to optimize first?